This presentation is for the part owners of Granville Engineering. My name is Nick Zhang, and I'm currently a student in the University of Maryland Global Campus Doctoral Business Administration 800 course with Dr. Tina Shields. Granville Engineering is a small manufacturing company in the Midwest. They have over 90 years of history with the city of Granville. They even give 3 full-ride college scholarships to local high school students per year, plus provide yearly raises and profit sharing for their employees. Granville Engineering started out with only 8 employees and now has over 1,500 in multiple locations across the United States and across the world. Granville Manufacturing is the largest office with 1,200 employees. Granville was recently bought out by a larger company, and the current CEO is now a part owner. The current COO was promoted to CEO, and the position of COO was eliminated. Some issues that Granville has had happen in the last few years is that they've had a continual annual revenue loss since the merger. Employees' raises and profit sharing have been frozen. Employees are not performing as efficient as they once were, blaming the equipment, quitting, and talking of unionizing. Communication has broken down at town hall meetings. Employees are even yelling out at the current CEO. Employees have found out that the company is thinking of moving operations overseas and don't trust management. Communications at all levels of Granville have broken down between ownership, management, and employees. What is a theory? A theory is an explanation of why, but not a prediction of the future. It's based on observed patterns and behaviors. Why should we use theory? Theory provides logic, provides sense making, and it provides guidance for the future, but it's not a prediction of the future. Components of a good theory consist of logical consistency. Theory needs consistency between constructs, propositions, boundary conditions, and assumptions. Otherwise, the theory is considered poor. Explanatory power. Good theories explain outcomes better than other theories. Falsibility. Good theories are potentially disprovable. Parsimony. Good theories use the smallest number of variables or makes the fewest assumptions. Mary Parker Follett was a progressive theorist when it came to management. Her writing and teachings were seen as cutting-edge and humanistic. She developed her theories at the same time Frederick Taylor was teaching the scientific method theory to management, in which employees are selected, trained, and rewarded for specific tasks. Henry Fayol was writing on the administrative theory of management, in which a company would study their operations from top to bottom to ensure that every layer is organized and trained specifically so that employees are performing at the highest levels. As well, large companies were adopting Max Weber's theory of bureaucracy to ensure their top-down management styles were at peak performance. While all these theorists of the time were teaching about the importance of management, training, and micromanaging employees, Follett was teaching about listening, communicating, and freedom of employees to express themselves, work with limited supervision, and take on leadership roles. This is why she is, at times, referred to as the mother of modern management. Follett had 5 main areas to her theory: coordination, conflict, consent, control and authority, and leadership. Each area is as important as the next, and if all areas were achieved between employee and management, only success could be the end result. The key again is that all these areas are a shared responsibility of management and employee, not just one or the other. Coordination refers to employees and managers knowing their roles and responsibilities, listening when concerns come up, and communicating continually, not just in the beginning. Conflict can be seen as a positive, not a negative. Great ideas and conversations come from conflict. Follett said, "The concept of non-aggressive, peaceful, progressive differings provides us with a significant tool for human relationship and adjustment." Consent refers to the employee's willing participation in getting the task at hand done as needed. Not needing management to tell them when and how to perform. Each individual has control and authority to decide when a job is finished or completed. This includes both managers and employees to have that shared power of control and authority and not having it brought down from above. Follett talked of leadership as the unified concept. It brought together all of the other four concepts as one. She did not refer to one person as the leader, but as a shared situational leader changing as situations change. She also believed that leaders should look to each other to lead, stating, "The most successful leader of all is the one who sees another picture not yet actualized." The problem at Granville is pervasive communication and trust issues among Granville's management and non-management staff. This is negatively impacting performance of the company. When we look at Follett's 5 areas of her theory of management, each area is seen in the Granville case study. Coordination with the merger of the two companies and employee communication. Conflict exists between ownership, management, and employees from different opinions of the company's overall direction and the employees' lack of production, leading to a decrease in profit. Employees are not currently willing participants and producing the numbers they have in the past, which refers to consent. Control and authority is one-sided as management is trying to dictate to employees on production while not listening to the concerns or ideas of the employees. Lastly, and the most importantly, there is a lack of leadership from anyone at the moment. If we look at the conceptual framework for Follett's theory of management, it is clear that each area of the circle that is needed to be successful is lacking at the current moment. However, if the company works on each area of this framework, they could get back on track and once again become a successful company. Recommendations for Granville revolve around communication, trust, and leadership. While town hall meetings are a way for communication from management to employees, it really isn't a way for employees to communicate to management without being viewed as confrontational or negative. First, smaller groups comprised of employee representatives as well as management and human resources would be more open, productive, and positive. This would give both management and employees a chance to converse in a safe place, talk about issues, come up with solutions, and move forward together as a team. Second, trust and communication is a big issue between new ownership and management, with possibly changing the company's main manufacturing location as well as someone leaking information and differing opinions among CFOs, CEOs, and human resources. Upper management needs to get on the same page. The company needs clear direction, and that can't happen when team members don't trust each other and aren't communicating. A strong team building and human resources approach needs to be taken to ensure that trust and communication can be built, which will also show company employees that their company is headed in the right direction. Lastly, it is recommended that the position of COO be rehired. We understand that this costs money, but the company ran for years with high profits because they had a COO that could concentrate on employees and production efficiency, while the CEO dealt with the sales and the business side. This worked great, but as soon as it was decided to combine the two positions, it became too much for one person to handle. Sometimes you have to spend money to make money, and this is one of those cases. One area that is an issue at Granville that is not included in Follett's theory of management is the equipment issue. Granville's production equipment that is being used by the employees is far past its prime and is in serious need of some attention. Follett's theory doesn't actually touch base on the tools that are needed for management and employees to be successful. However, this again does link to open communication between management and employees as well as coordination, which Follett does touch on. This does not affect the recommendations that will be given to Granville so that they can once again be a productive and successful company. In closing, it will take work to build communication, trust, and leadership back to Granville Manufacturing. But it can be done by using Follett's theory of management and the recommendations given above. Granville can once again become a thriving pillar in the community that it has been in for over 90 years. Please see the attached references that I used for this research.